So this video is mostly for Shasta County because it's the area that I know, but I guess you could apply it to places all over the country. So this is for the people who are not going to vote for Donald Trump. I'm talking Democrats, Republicans, independents, no party preference. We all have the same target on our back, basically. As we get closer to this election and the MAGA people see more and more of the writing on the wall, they start realizing more and more that it doesn't look like Trump's going to win. They are becoming more and more unhinged. They are becoming more and more unhinged. I knew this would happen because I've been seeing this behavior in my local area in Shasta County for years now, and I understand how these people operate. So this is for all of us that are rejecting MAGA. Be extremely careful over the next few months. I'm not even kidding, because these people are becoming more and more desperate. They are desperate. They're seeing that everything they've been trying to do for the last 4 years and even longer, especially in Shasta County, will go bye-bye. If Mary Rickert beats Corky Harmon and they don't have that 3-2 majority anymore, that means the recall of Leonard Modi was pointless. That means the entire red, white, and blueprint was pointless. Yeah, that means getting Kevin Cry elected was pointless. That means beating the recall and even doing the recall of Kevin Cry was pointless. It means so much of the time and money that they've put in will just have meant nothing. And Mary Rickert absolutely has to win. Here's the thing. I don't care if you don't live in District 3. You need to be telling everyone why Mary Rickert needs to win. Corky Harmon is just the replacement for Patrick Jones. He is. He absolutely is. He's tried to say that he hasn't taken money from Anselmo or that he's not part of Red, White, and Blueprint. We found evidence of him supporting Red, White, and Blueprint. He even hosted a Red, White, and Blueprint event at his ranch. The persona Corky is putting out about his campaign is absolutely not true. If Corky beats Mary, our county will be stuck in what it has been for the last several years. There will be no change. Kevin Cry will still be king shit, bullying everyone around. And even though Patrick will be gone, if they still have a 3-2 majority, do you really not think that even if Patrick isn't a supervisor, that he won't just be texting those three on the dais and telling them what to vote for while he's watching at home? They'll be making selfish decisions, so the bullshit Tres Pendejos will just have swapped out Patrick for Corky. That's all that will mean. So, unless you want to keep Shasta County the way it's been, chaotic and horrible, with so much contention and fighting and embarrassment in the news, vote Mary Rickert. Because I do think that's still going to happen. I do know the pull and the reputation that Mary Rickert has, and I still think that it will hold true and she will still win. And I think the other side knows that too, or at least they're afraid of it being possible. And so they are in a mode right now. When I say be careful, don't talk about politics at work like at all, because of the amount of political retaliation happening at workplaces because of local politics is astounding. So don't talk about who you're going to vote for. Don't whisper about it with someone you think is a friend, because you never know if the quiet person over there listening is a Trump supporter who then go tells your boss who's a Trump supporter, and then you end up getting fired over some bullshit reason they made up, because that's kind of all they have left. So we really need to be careful, not put ourselves out there in harm's way. I've said this before, if you are going to participate in some public political thing, always be recording. They sell $30 body cams on Amazon. Just get one, because I'm telling you, recording is a major deterrent to these people, because they do not like having their true colors being shown to the world, which is why I've been doing exactly that for years, because I know how much they can't stand it. And they hardly ever do it around me anymore because they know I'm recording. So just take precautions. Make sure you try to talk to your friends and family about voting, why they need to vote for Mary Rickard if they live in District 3. Let's just not let ourselves get caught up in the fights they're going to try to start, the battles they're going to, start themselves and then try to blame on us. Really, we just need to keep promoting why Mary Rickard is the best candidate and putting her name out there, promoting Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, and ignoring all the MAGA nonsense. Their little overpass parades, their dumb little speeches. When I say, for example, if you're at a board meeting and Laura Hobbs goes up to give her little, 2 minutes, everybody just walk out and wait till she's done. That's what I do. Every time Laura Hobbs or certain other people go up to speak and I'm at a board meeting, I just walk outside, You take that away from them. And I started doing that when a lot of their speeches were directed at me. I just started walking out on them, and then I don't hear it. I don't listen to it later, and then they're just speaking into the ether about me, and I'm not even there. That shit works. You take their power away from them. Shasta County. Show up to vote in November, show up in force. If anything, when it comes time for the election and, you can go be an election observer, we need to all go do that. We definitely need to all go do that. Not because we don't trust our, ROV. Well, I trust the assistant ROV. But because if we're there being election observers, then that makes it not nearly as easy for them to go be election observers and harass the elections office, which they're going to try to do. So we need to definitely show up for that. But other than that, just try to ignore them for a couple months. Let them stew, let them cook. And here's the kicker, and I've seen this before too. If we take ourselves out of the equation of the argument with these people, they will eat each other. I have seen it. If they don't have someone on the other side to fight with, they will start fighting themselves like crazy. I've seen it in all their little groups, their little Reading Patriots group, Stake in NorCal, their Recall Shasta group, Restore Shasta, whatever. I've seen them all just start going at each other when they don't have a target. So if we take their target away, they're just going to eat each other alive. And the reason for that is because there has never been any loyalty among MAGA. There hasn't been. How could there be? The thing that unites them all is fear. Everything they fight about is fear, based in fear. They're afraid of something. That also means they're paranoid and afraid of each other and don't trust each other either. Yeah. Being MAGA, being in a cult like that is just screws your mind over. And that's what they're all in right now. So I want you to remember the golden rule when it comes to these people. Someone sends you a screenshot or you get a message from someone that wants to pull you into some fight or some argument. You always have better things to do. So the golden rule is block, 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 block. Get that block list bigger than that friends list. You feel me? And so I just want to clarify, because liberals are insufferable. And if I leave some sort of loophole, you guys will get me. So, meh. So I'm clarifying that when I say we need to take ourselves out of the equation, that does not mean we need to just retreat, stop fighting, stop fighting against the local political races and candidates and, going to meetings, things like that. I'm referring to pretty much everything on social media. All the time we spend in KRCR comments, in threads, and I'm so guilty of this because, God, how many times have I done this and then posted all the screenshots, I get it, but it just sort of fuels them. And I think right now we can look at the future finally, instead of having to fight these people back. We're already real close to the finish line here. The country definitely has a new wind blowing. The amount of support that is across a lot of different parties for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is really just so unexpected and is seeming like what the country really needs. So we can focus on that stuff and not have to get dragged down into the weeds on social media, because that does sap your energy and your life force. And you spend all this time trying to look into the person who insulted you or, said something that was, racist or bigoted or, that's all they have. You know, that's all they have. We have a new direction for the country to be going in right now, so we can focus on that more. That's how we fight. And then, like I said, we leave them in the dust all by themselves, they'll just start fighting each other. So, clarification. They're just going to get more and more desperate and more unhinged, and you don't want to be caught in their, their cross-eyed crossfire. So, sorry that's a long video, but it is important. Just be careful, because these people are, they're not very intelligent, and they're becoming very, very desperate.